That's insane. But you kind of have that feeling the entire time. So you're like going through all this shit, taking this.
Yeah.
They look for a specific type of person. Because if you're doing like a normal 9 to 5, you can't do that shit.
Nah.
You got to be in this weird state where you just moved to Miami. You're down to fucking go have fun.
Yeah.
And then you're also willing to just go all day and like quarantine for a month with no phone.
With no phone, yeah. No,
so where's the shock factor? Like, where does that come in? Where like, because obviously in the first season, the shock factor was like, oh shit, we can't have sex. But like for you, like if it was like, okay, 50-50, I might be on this show and I might not have sex. Like, were you still shocked, of course?
Yeah. If anything, I was like, because I was thinking like more business minded, and I was like, if anything, I was like excited. I was like, okay, like you don't know how this Parties in Paradise show is gonna do, but you know, like Two Out the Handle is gonna boom, like it's gonna do
Great
well.
opportunity.
So I was like, all right, game on, like put your game face on, and you're meeting all these. It's really intimidating, honestly. Like I put out the episode I put up in like a jet ski, and you're like my first time filming anything like this. Like I've never been on a show, like never, like I told you, not huge into social media, like and you're like put on a beach. You literally pull up to like a Hollywood movie set, like those big like cranes and shit with there's like I don't even know 15 cameras, like all this shit, and they're all like whatever you're like all this shit's in your face, and then you get like put on a beach in front of all these like obviously like really good looking people, and you're like, what's your type, like who do you like here, like, and you're just
I saw that shit.
Yeah, it's like what's your type, soon as you pull up,
jet ski.
and then I'm like the type of person, it's like I don't want to like say my type and like have this girl pissed that she's not like blonde, like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like I'm just meeting all these people and I'm about to be living with them, like I don't want to step on toes or anything. And that's just like,
so like how real is like the beef that kind of happens on Too Hot to Handle then? Because like I don't know, first night like you were I can't remember, I don't know all the names of the people, but you were talking to that one girl, and then like the guy
with Carly right after the Chase situation with Carly kind of went bad.
No, it was like before that. It was like you
Melinda?
were talking to, and then who's the other guy that I don't know if he was French or something.
Marvin.
Yeah, he was like, you know, he was all jealous and shit. Yeah. And then you're like, I was like, because like you didn't seem like you don't seem like you like, want to like get in confrontation with people.
Nah,
but like the girl was ready to talk shit.
No, she was right. As soon as I pulled up, she was like, yeah, no, but she's wild though. Melinda's wild. She'll say what the fuck ever to anybody. So like, as soon as I learned that she was like that, and then it like made more sense. But I didn't want to, cause I was, you know, coming in. You don't want to come into a house with like all these dudes here and like be the one that everyone's like, you know, fuck this guy. So like, you got to be smart, but you also got to do whatever's best for you. So that's it's wild about that. What was the question? How was it?
Oh yeah, how real is like the beef that kind of was he like actually mad?
Nah, I mean I didn't really do it. I didn't like do anything with Melinda, so like he probably wasn't too pissed about that. But like a couple things you get pissed off about. The beef about like the money. For me personally, it was kind of like, I don't know. Like you're on camera and you know like
you know you're on camera.
You know you're on camera and you know you're on a show. You want to like bring the drama up, obviously.
Sure.
And everyone's like, someone like kissed and lost $3,000, and everyone's like coming at you. And then when the camera's off, everyone's like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
for people to understand the premises, like you lose money when you do, like Harry was explaining this obviously when he came on the show, but you lose money when you do certain things. Like you kiss somebody, you end up like having sex with them, you lose a certain amount of money, and that comes out of this $100,000 pot, right? Yep. And so, and they tell you that like after they reveal it's not like the Paradise show. Yeah. And so it's this intense thing where you put a ton of people together who definitely want to fuck, but they cannot, or they're going to lose each other money.
And you're sleeping in bed with them every night. Yeah. And that's also another trippy factor. In the bedroom, like 30 cameras also. Like everyone has their own cameras and like and more. And there's like night vision and there's heat sensors. So like
heat sensors?
Because I got there and I was like, all right, they can't see what I do like under the blanket. But they have like infrared, you know, like you know those things.
Like what do they see? Like red going into blue, slowly coming out, turning into yellow.
So they see like the outline.
Turning into yellow?
I don't know.
It's the mix.
You didn't pass high school art class, but no, they see like the outline of your body, like the body heat. Yeah. And they can see what you do. But
it's just a fucking cock.
No, so you actually can't get away with no beating up. There's a camera right in your mouth when you're taking a shit, like in the shower. Like you literally can't do anything.
Can you jerk off?
No.
Oh wow.
That's one.
See, now that's just out of pocket.
That's
because like the thing is, at least if you aren't getting pussy, like you can still jerk off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like. Like well, no, I'm just saying like in like daily life, like if you're like if you have like a dry, you know, if you're dry for a little bit, then like you know you just fucking jerk off and like everything's fine.
Exactly. How much do you lose if you jerk off?
I don't remember. I want to say like
Because like
somewhere between like $3 and $6 grand.
$6,000?
Maybe I think it was $4 because the one dude did it. Cam on the show.
Yeah.
Beat off in the show. He was like went. He said fuck it and did it. He was like talking to the other dudes on the show. He's like, yo, like I gotta like do it or I'm gonna like fuck her and we're gonna lose 20 grand. So we gotta like. And so they were like watching the door for him. It was like real dramatic. Honestly, they're like out front of the door like waiting. Like someone wanted to use the bathroom. They're like can't go in. Like there's business. It's like he's
just beating off in the.
Yeah. They're like, how long do you need? He's like solid like 2 minutes.
Oh my god, man.
That's so funny. Oh wait, what were some of the questions that you had?
Oh yeah, so the question I came up with is like, so we were thinking about like money deductions and shit. Like, how much are you losing for just like raw anal? Like
anal raw?
Yeah. Did anybody do raw anal on the show?
And is that detected by the heat?
No, no. Lana knows anal. Actually, Lana is the robot.
Yeah.
That's spelled backwards is anal. So
yes,
like, that's like her.
Yeah. Can you explain Lana real quick for our audience?
So Lana is like this Alexa type thing, and it's like this cone-shaped robot that pretty much runs our life for like however many weeks you're there. She talks shit. Sounds like Siri. Like she's like, hey, she's like Joey. And you're like, oh fuck, what's she about to say? So like she like runs shit around there, and she sees everything. Like all the cameras are her seeing everything, and but yeah. So raw anal, I would say upwards of 20 grand probably.
Did anybody do anal on the show?
No.
I feel like that's kind of. I feel like that's kind of a big step.
That's a bigger step.
That's like something when you get cut, like, because everyone there's just meeting each other for the first time. So if you're like that big of a savage, where you're like the first time you're hooking up, like you're going straight for the booty hole, like I don't know.
I thought that's what would. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I thought that would be like the first time encounter, right?
Oh,
just
no,
straight
man.
to anal. But
Is that what you do? That's your forte?
Yeah.
Just straight to the anal.
For sure.
Because like girls like to say like I'm still a virgin, but they get like anal.
Yeah, come on, dude. It's
that
like it's
the
okay
best is when people say they're saving themselves from marriage and then they'll just like do anal with people. And it's like,
that doesn't stack up.
You know, I think save the anal for marriage. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, it's more or less.
You have to have more trust in the person to do anal. I feel like so marriage would be like way more.
Well, it's like I'm no rocket science, but anal is significantly more gruesome than just regular sex.
For sure.
Like. I mean, there's a lot of shit that happens in anal, and therefore,
a lot of shit that.
A lot of shit.
A lot of shit probably.
You know, I mean, it's just
I've never. Have you done anal?
No, I haven't.
He's like, this is my podcast.
No, I never have. I never have.
Okay.
Nah, never done it.
I've never done anal.
I've actually never done either. I don't really get the physics of it. Like I feel like buttholes are. All right, go ahead.
No,
buttholes are like smaller than
small, tight shit.
I think you got to work up to it.
Yeah, I mean, is there like a pull out like deduction difference?
We're still on. Wait, what?
No. Like
no, we're just talking about like actual like just like
deductions.
genuine like. Is sex just like rated on like one thing, or like do you get like less point deduction if like you're pulling out, or if like you're like using a condom, or like all this stuff?
There was condoms like everywhere. Honestly, like next to your beds, you're like not allowed to have sex, but they're like in case you want to like do something, like here's a condom. But
well, they don't want more people leaving the island than what they
like they're multiplying.
Yeah, the people are fucking multiplying as they're on the island.
No,
imagine imagine it's like Too Hot to Handle star gets pregnant while filming.
That's minus.
You'd have to be on the show for like a
guys.
year.
Yeah.
You have to be on the show for a whole year.
Yeah, but like imagine like you're like driving home on you're like flying home, you're like feeling a little sick and shit, and then you like get tested when you get home. You're like, yeah, I just got a fucking baby from this reality TV show.
That'd be nuts.
That'd be an interesting one.
The internet. You'd probably
that definitely makes season 3 nuts.
So wait, real quick. Speaking of anal, how did everyone see like Harry Jowsey on the show from the previous season? Do they see him as like?
Speaking of anal.
Yeah. Just it made me think of Big Man Jowsey. So
Jesus Christ, you guys know him?
Yeah,
we love Harry.
He's on the podcast.
I'm saying only this because we really know Harry well.
Yeah.
Harry was huge off the first season, right? Was he one of the biggest like successes off the show in terms of what he did in social media?
Oh my god, dude, the dude like business wise, anybody can, even if you don't like the guy, like you can't say anything bad about what he's made of. Like I literally can't name even like biggest reality stars you can think of, like Snooki, like Mike the like who, whatever. Like Harry's killed the game. Like he's made longevity of it, and I think like that's what we all think of when we were off the show. And if you want to pursue this like influencer thing, I think you want to kind of look at what Harry's done and maybe not like copy everything he's done. He has his like niche, like he talks about like sex and like that's like his thing kind of, but like he's made it work and he makes money and he's knows how to stay relevant, which is like the name of the game.
Dude, when he's in like when we go to like around like a ton of these influencers, are a lot bigger than we are. Like the Sway or the Hype House guys, and they're like all hanging out, and Harry's there. He is part of that.
Yeah,
and it's weird that he made that transition so quickly without making that his original thing. He's close with all these different influencers, and he's able to collab with them. And that's like, I don't know if he did that on purpose or it's just like who he is as a person made it easy to do that.
Yeah,
he fucking killed it.
Killed it, bro. I told him. I tell him every time I see him. I'm like, bro, you killed the game.
Yeah,
like that's what we can only hope to like, because being realistic, like. This thing doesn't have longevity unless you make it.
Yeah.
Because like soon as the next season of Too Hot to Handle comes out, you're.
Oh yeah, there's new stars and there's
also like international Too Hot to Handles now. Like I was like typed in Too Hot to Handle then. There's like Too Hot to Handle Brazil.
Brazil, yeah. I haven't watched it, but I saw it on Netflix.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I was like,
it's still got to be like America or like UK is still like the peak of it. That's like the biggest crowds and it has like the biggest result after the show.
People in the UK love their reality TV.
They do. Yeah. I mean, Love Island was massive. It started there.
Yeah.
That was insane. Yeah.
The Love Island USA doesn't do as well.
Have you watched any Cody Co videos talking about Too Hot to Handle?
I watched his like the first one when the show came out. I watched it and he's hilarious. Yeah. That's like the first video I watched of his.
Yeah.
Who he look like right
Oh
now.
my God, he does look like Cody Co.
People say that shit. I used to have long hair.
He used to have hair down to here.
Yeah.
You do look like him. You related to him?
No. At least I don't think so.
Do you know him?
No, what was that?
Do you know him?
I haven't met him. No, I'd love to though. I think it'd be kind of fun. Like literally, there was a time.
You guys should have him on.
Everyone I would meet would be like, "Oh my God, you look like Cody Co."
You do, bro. When you said that, I like kind of like.
Yeah.